We've been talking about art and its significance in the greater scheme of things. Now, art that does not have the appearance of art is true art. This is an ancient Roman phrase. Art that does not have the appearance of art is true art. What does that mean? Well, you've taken yourself out of it, you've taken any contrivance or any artificiality out of it. It's a true, genuine expression of your genius. Now, that is an ideal. Not everybody necessarily reaches that, but what I'm simply saying is, even now, what I am striving to do as we record this is be a lucid channel for my highest expression right now. And when we hit on it, we know. Okay, so there's a feedback mechanism between your higher self and your present self. This is what I've been talking about. That your future self already knows you. Think about it. You know your past self better than you knew yourself then. Well, your future self knows you now better than you know you now. What? Yes, it's true. Your future self knows you better now than you know you now. So why not tune into that person? Who is that person? Well, that person is the one who's learned to play guitar, because even though you're 50 years old and you'd always intended to pick up an instrument, you really did it in the future. You really did it. And that's why you always had the desire in the first place to do it, is that you were gonna do it in the future. Now, that doesn't apply to necessarily all desires in this lifetime, but it could apply across quantum time, eternal time, because every property of life, every emotion, every intention is embodied in us somewhere. In a sense, our genetic code may very well be the intermediary or interference pattern that prevents all of the properties of the universe from manifesting at once in us. Only the ones that are blocked out by the interference pattern of our DNA are able to manifest. Now, some people may have, let's put it this way, a proclivity for altruism in them, which is obviously one of the universal principles. Okay? Agape, selfless service. Okay, this is a property of humankind. It's a property of sentience. It's a property of even chimpanzees. Okay? It stems from empathy, which is another property. Okay, all properties in quantum time are merged in us somewhere. I don't care, frankly, whether you believe that you live more than one lifetime or not. This is still true. Even if you live only one lifetime, this is still true. Because time is extra dimensional. It is beyond space and time. And, well, linear time anyway. Eternity is beyond linear space and time, and therefore in all of time is pregnant every possibility. And in a sense, that's what the quantum field is. That's really what it is. The quantum field is all times merged with all material possibility. Because you have no idea whether the universe has a true beginning or a true end. And if so, mathematically, you try to calculate that, and what you get is infinities all over the freaking place. Infinities of possibility, mostly. Wherever there can be a 1, there could also just as equally possible be a 0, and there could also be nothing. Okay, 0 is not nothing, 0 is a placeholder. It's like Mu, Wu, and Li, according to the Chinese cosmology. Mu is the undifferentiated darkness. Wu is the differentiated darkness, unmanifest. And Li is light, which is the manifest. And therefore, we need to know that we are already living inside a quantum computer called infinite space, time, and sentience. In fact, my mentor Bruce De Palma said that the primary particle, the most fundamental particle in the universe is a psion, P-S-I, a psion, because it holds memory. And memory is a function of what? Duh! Time! Hello! So, a scion imparts even phantom memories into us of who we might have been and who we are destined to be somewhere in the great loop of infinite eternal time. Getting back to my main thread here, I am here as an ambassador of that faith, which is not a faith rooted in dogma but in experience and in pure sentience. When mind is freed to access these cosmic potentialities, no one can deny the essence of that truth. For you yourself will come to the realization, you will know that you are not propagating a new form of dogma. You will know that you are eliminating dogma from the equation because you yourself are an open book to time. You're willing to let time write whatever time has to write on your soul. And that's called being an artist. Duh. Being an artist of life. Sorry to be so condescending, but I watched a video today on Facebook Live with some guy saying, yo man, when you're becoming supreme being, you're going to become a petty, you're going to become a tyrant, you're going to become controlling because that's what you got to become if you're going to be supreme being. But, you know, I was like going, whoa, whoa, but maybe I got some of that vehemence impregnated in me, and that's all I needed to get from him. I didn't need to get the dogma. All I needed to get was the conviction. That's called the undertone of a person's art. And what are you hearing in the undertone? What are you hearing in the unconscious of your own mind when you hear me say that there's something other than my words being communicated to you right now? What do you feel? Do you see that I have conviction as well? Do you see that I am on your team? Do you see that I am fighting for human freedom? If you feel that in what I'm saying, then you have felt the undertone. You have an undertone behind the things you say. It's governed largely by what you have not shed light upon in your own unconscious. So please take time to meditate. Still yourself in the quantum field of all potentialities and realize that you are not governed by the past and that the future holds infinite opportunity for you, both in mind and in heart and in action, in thought, word, and deed. Aho! That's art. That's art. That's art. And it's fresh.